Some people have ponies.
Or puppies.
We have dragons. What's rocking, viewers? Welcome back to my channel, and today I got a special guest with me. It is Jaymerzi.
Hello. Hi.
Today we are doing How to Train Your Dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon.
We actually just saw the film and we saw it in D-Box. It was really fun.
D-Box, meaning that the seats like moved with the show, if you don't know.
Yeah.
Was a really cool experience. I've never been in a theater where the seats did that. I was kind of confused. I wasn't sure what was going on at first until I was like
I've only been to one D-Box, and it was actually the Minecraft movie, but it was in the Block Party edition.
Oh, okay.
Which meant like a bunch of like memes and sing-alongs and stuff, you know.
Yeah, it was really cool. I remember at one point in the movie, the chairs, we had our chairs on max. We were like, screw it, put it all the way on max, because you could choose like the level. and at one point in the movie, there was something that was so dramatic that my water bottle like shook, and we were like, oh my gosh. It's like
my cup was also shaking too.
I remember
really
you
fun.
like almost like stood out of your chair and you're like, oh my gosh, you like looked at me. It was so funny.
So basically, How to Train Your Dragon is basically like the same as like the old How to Train Your Dragon.
It was actually really faithful.
It was really faithful to the source material of the animated film. Not a lot of Disney movies are like that. So way to go, DreamWorks, for doing a good job with How to Train Your Dragon and not doing a Disney movie. So it's basically the same story. Hiccup wants to be a Viking, and he is not accepted, obviously.
Because
he's a freaking loser.
He's a loser, he's weak. He spends all of his time coming up with like blueprints and building stuff. Absolute loser. Shouldn't be a warrior.
Yeah.
Not a Viking.
Roasted.
So at some point he captures Toothless, which is also known as the Night Fury.
Yeah.
And he tries to kill him, but he can't. Because the famous quote is, I couldn't kill him because he looked as frightened as I was.
So...
I wouldn't kill him because he looked as frightened as I was. I looked at him, and I saw myself.
I bet he's really frightened now.
Dude, yes, that was my favorite moment from the movie. Honestly, almost tearing up. Probably was tearing up.
I know,
to be
I almost
honest.
teared up too.
But it was like a really good quote. I don't know if that's a quote from the original movie.
It is, yeah.
It is, okay.
So, he spends a lot of time with Toothless and names him. Apparently he can like retract his teeth. Goes Toothless. That's pretty insane. And during dragon training, he struggles a little bit because he hasn't learned anything about dragons yet.
Mm-hmm.
But then he studies the book, and all of them are they're dangerous, obviously. He also like flirts with Astrid a little bit.
Does he tries to anyways.
He tries
gets shut
to.
down immediately.
But then he spends a little bit more time with Toothless and does the famous hand thing.
And he learns that the dragons aren't so bad. They're
good.
pets.
Yeah, they're good pets. Yeah.
And he learns how to
He
make
learns
him
how to ride.
comfortable.
Yeah, make him
Yes.
comfortable. He makes him a new tail also.
Oh yeah, he does make Toothless a new tail. That's like the whole plot of the movie. Everyone does that.
Yeah. And he trains the dragon to learn how to fly again, and then he rides a dragon for the very first time.
Yeah.
The first Viking to ever ride a dragon in like who knows how long, in like 300 years is what they said.
I mean, if you've seen the other movies, it might not be the first.
So, anyways, he does really well in dragon training, but they don't know he's using
He's using tricks that he learns with Toothless
Yeah.
to get Toothless to calm down, and uses them on the other dragons.
Yeah, and obviously Astrid gets a little bit jealous because
He's doing better than her. What
He's
the
doing
heck?
better
He's supposed to be
than
a
her.
loser.
he's supposed to be a loser. And then at some point he becomes what are they called? The top Slayer or whatever.
I don't know, the Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, the top Slayer. And I'm just
The most
calling-
important. Dragon
he gets to
Slayer
kill
out
the
of
dragon,
the
and
learning class.
he wants to leave, obviously, and then that's where Astrid finds out. He's been keeping Toothless as a pet.
Yeah, and then they convince her that
He's
it's
good.
okay, or that it's
They have
good.
a really nice flying ride
After
with like
Toothless,
the
freaks
northern
her out
lights
first.
and the pretty sunset. Also, there was a really good sunset.
yeah,
There was not a lot of scenes that they copied, like for shot by shot. The flying for the Astrid scene was a little bit different than how I remembered it, but yeah, it was still pretty good. I liked seeing the northern lights and stuff.
Yeah.
But at some point,
Toothless comes, saves Hiccup, gets rid of the other dragon or whatever. But then all the men, all the Vikings, they take him down, and Hiccup is unable to help, and then they chain up Toothless and
they
force
try to
him
find the dragon's nest.
force him to take them to the dragon's nest, which, as Hiccup accidentally tells his father that he did.
He doesn't listen, and
And, Hiccup tries to warn him that, hey,
Yeah.
you're not gonna be ready for what we saw.
Yeah.
But his prideful dad's like, I'll show that kid.
I'll show him my
With a
non-son.
much better Viking accent than what I just did. That was like a pirate accent. And lo and behold, he takes all of his men, and there are women Vikings, and it doesn't go so well. They get like immediately destroyed by the big.
Yeah, you probably should
dragon
have listened
thing.
to your non-son. He is
And-
actually your son.
So Hiccup and all the other youngins, they tame the dragons that are locked up and fly to the rescue.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, they manage to save everyone.
But Hiccup does lose a little something in the end. He loses his foot, which we all know in the animated film. And when he comes out to see the outside world, they live in peace. All the dragons are pets, and
Very wholesome film.
it's a very
Well,
wholesome
it
film.
ends wholesomely. Anyways.
It ends wholesomely for now in the second movie. So yeah,
That's the basic story. That's the
basic
summary.
story, yeah.
Spark Notes story.
Yeah, what did you think of the characters also?
Like the casting.
Yeah.
I thought the casting was pretty good, actually. I'm glad that. Personally, I don't think I recognized any of the actors, so I'm glad they did it.
I recognized one of the kid actors.
Okay.
It was the chubby kid who plays Fish Slaves.
Yes, you're right. I do recognize him. But what I'm saying is they didn't like do like celebrity casting. That's one of my least favorite practices about like big blockbuster movies these days. Is they're not casting based off the role. They're casting on who can we bring the most money? And I'm very happy that they decided to cast based on who could play the characters the best. The casting was honestly pretty great. Like I said, what was his name? Snotface?
It's not loud.
Not loud.
It's not loud. Was pretty funny.
He did a great job, actually.
Yeah.
Portraying the character. I don't know. Who
Yeah, he
the
was
actor
super smart. He kept flirting with Astrid a lot.
Yeah, I felt like his acting was.
He was really
phenomenal.
good as Howard. I also liked Rough Nut and Tough Nut.
They were all good. The dad was impressive.
It was Gerald Butler also. The original voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was like, it really sounds like him.
It's the original
I was
voice.
like, he's doing a really good job impersonating?
Impersonating, yeah. It is the original
That's
voice
actually
actor
him.
of Stoic the Best. Yeah.
That's so cool, actually. Yeah.
I also liked
he did a
the
good
actor
job.
who played Hiccup, which is Mason Thames, and I recognize him from The Black Phone, and
I haven't seen the Black Phone.
it's pretty good. They're making a second one also, which I'm pretty excited for.
Yeah, I thought the casting was pretty good. I'm
It
just
was
gonna
really
say
good.
that. And everyone played their roles pretty well. I didn't have any issues with the way they played any of the characters.
Yeah.
Okay. Really important. What did you think of the visual effects?
I thought it was really well done. I obviously liked the scenes where Hiccup is flying Toothless, and the music was phenomenal. They got the same music composer, yeah.
It was really good. The music.
What's his name?
Hey Siri, who's the composer for How to Train Your Dragon?
John Powell composed
John
the T.J.
Powell.
Miller.
John Powell. He
Kristen
did
Grey.
Shrek. He did all of the How to Train Your Dragons, and he did a really good job
Awesome,
of
awesome.
recreating
So
the music from the original movie.
Yeah. banger song.
Banger
all
song.
the music, actually. I personally thought the visual effects were actually pretty impressive. Then again, I've gotten pretty used to seeing like Marvel movie visual effects, which are not.
We've
good.
gotten used
They're
to all the
slightest.
CGI movies.
The
and stuff like that.
CGI or the visual effects in How to Train Your Dragon were actually surprisingly good for the most part. There were a few scenes that looked a little weird. I think mostly probably just because of like time issues. Like a few green screen scenes look green screen, which kind of. There's a lot of factors that go into getting shots like that because you have people there have to film it on site, set up the lighting for all that, and they don't really know what it's going to look like when it's all composited together, so I'll give them a little bit of leeway on that. But like the visual effects of the dragons, the animation, it all looked really, really good. Honestly, some of the most impressive, like having someone fly on a CG, like
Exactly, yeah.
a CG character that I've ever seen, like puts Harry Potter's broom flying to shame. I thought it looked really good. Okay.
I got a final question for you before we end this. Obviously, How to Train Your Dragon is the first DreamWorks live-action movie, and also like the first 3D movie been turned into a live-action remake.
Wait, that was the first DreamWorks?
Yeah, that was the first DreamWorks. Like there's DreamWorks live actions, but like that was the first DreamWorks live-action remake of an animated movie.
I thought they did a great job. I really think
So-
they should be proud of the
If
film.
you had to turn another DreamWorks movie into a live-action remake, what would you do?
Wait, what's the list of DreamWorks movies? We got Shrek, we got
Madagascar.
Madagascar. No, I don't think that would be good as a live action.
The B movie.
No, let's not do the B movie.
You like jazz?
I don't know what DreamWorks movies there are. I'm looking it up. What about Puss in Boots?
Puss in Boots.
Dude, imagine Megamind. Oh,
Bro, Megamind.
I don't want to talk about Megamind. Not after
If you have to make a Megamind live action, you have to keep
I bet.
Will Ferrell as Megamind.
Yeah.
You have to
I bet
keep
the Croods could be pretty good.
the Croods could be good. I could see that. What else?
I don't think Kung Fu Panda would be any good.
Yeah,
I hope they
We
don't do
got
Kung Fu Panda.
a Kung Fu Panda live action from some random movie. Like,
Really?
I don't know what it was. It was like, scary movie. I think. I don't know.
Oh, hell no, Kung Fu Panda. You shouldn't have done that.
Get ready to feel the thunder!
Maybe they could do like Mr. Peabody and Sherman.
I could see that. I like Mr. Peabody and Sherman. The movie I would like to see, is probably Shrek, cause like
Yeah, Shrek could work.
Shrek could work. It depends how Shrek would look, but I could see
That'd be
like
really difficult,
Lord
though.
Farquaad and stuff, and like all the fairy tale creatures and stuff. Like, I could see, and also like Princess Fiona also like should be pretty good. Like,
I guess apart from Shrek, I'm not really sure. Maybe Mr. Peabody and Sherman.
I could, yeah,
That has humans in it. The only issue would be the dog. Maybe if they did something
I could
like
see Monsters
Detective
versus
Pikachu
Aliens
type thing.
probably being a live action, but
I wouldn't want that to be made. But maybe. Oh, if they did Boss Baby. That'd be horrible. I guess Shrek, really,
yeah, Shrek.
is probably
Shrek's
the
the winner.
best
Honestly.
one.
I honestly probably could see Madagascar maybe also.
I hope they don't do that.
Honestly,
I don't know, I
yeah,
just feel like
I
too much
understand why
CGI.
How to Train Your Dragon would be like top of the list. Honestly.
If there's so much CGI, what's the point of making a live action movie? Right?
That's fair.
If all your main characters are CGI, why not just make it an animated movie? Well, some movies can do it well, I'm sure, but if your main characters are all CGI, why make it a live action film? You know, it just seems kind of weird. I just feel like Madagascar live action would be horrible. Maybe not horrible, but I just don't think it would work.
Maybe, I don't know. There's some humans in it, but like, yeah, most of them are animals, and yeah, the CGI, I understand where you're coming from. I could probably see Shrek honestly working because there's like guards in that movie.
Shrek would
There's like
probably work
fairy
the
tale
best.
creatures. Like, not all of them are CGI. Like, some of them are like
It would definitely depend
Don't
on-
do a Snow White move because they use CGI as the dwarves and they
Oh,
just
dude,
like,
that looks so weird.
don't do a Snow White.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The Disney live action movies all suck. But yeah, it was
Hope you
good.
guys enjoyed
should
the
go watch
video.
it.
Yeah, go watch How to Train Your Dragon. Please like and subscribe. And next movie chat review we're doing is Elio, which I'm excited for.
Yum! It tastes like
It just tastes
honey.
like, yeah, it tastes like honey. But
Well,
anyways,
thanks for having me.
yeah, of course, man.
Thanks for having me,
Okay.
Rocky. Always a pleasure to be on the channel.
Yeah,
Maybe you'll invite me for more.
yeah, I'll probably invite you for other movie chat review movies. If you, yeah.
Hi, I'm Ed. There you go.
All right, that will be it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
What the heck is going on?
Boo.
Boo. What do you think of the terrifying dragon right there?
Oh, so terrifying.
We just watched it.